What if I told you that I know a supplement that helps with weight loss, improves athletic performance, slows the aging process, and improves the function of your heart? Well, in today's video, I'm going to do a deep dive in the claimed benefits of L-Carnitine. I've analyzed the scientific research and I'm here to tell you guys if it's really worth all the hype. What's up guys, my name is Tessa Heitkamp. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I'm also a certified personal trainer and a certified nutrition coach. So I love talking all things supplements, alternative therapies, anything like that under the sun. Now before I get into all the details about L-Carnitine, I was fortunate enough to partner with this video with Bricker Labs. Bricker Labs provided me just their Carni Blast for this video. I tried it out for 30 days. This is not sponsored. They gave me their product just to test out and do a full honest review, and that's what I'm here to do. So if you're solely here for the review of the Carni Blast and Bricker Labs, make sure to hit this timestamp and you can skip the rest of it and just go into my full review. So what the heck is L-Carnitine? Well, carnitine is derived from an amino acid that is found in nearly all of the cells in our body and consists of kind of a vitamin-like or amino acid-like compound, and it's kind of related to the B vitamins. Carnitine plays a major critical role in energy production by transporting long-chain fatty acids into the mitochondria of our cells so they can be kind of burned to produce as energy. Most people's bodies make enough L-Carnitine to kind of meet their needs on a daily basis. And actually it's pretty rare to have a carnitine deficiency. That being said, carnitine can be found in mostly animal products like meat, fish, poultry, and milk. You get some from plant products like avocado, soybeans, but as a rule, meat is kind of the best source of carnitine, and the redder, the better. Carnitine kind of occurs in two different forms. There's a D version and there's an L version. The L-Carnitine is kind of the most active form in food and the most useful to our bodies. So if you see a supplement for D-carnitine, it's complete crap. So this information is great and all, and I wanted you to have a little bit of a background, but I know you're here for the juicy tips. Now I'm gonna do another timestamp. If you want my overall opinion with supplementing with L-Carnitine, not necessarily associated with the Bricker Labs, just supplementing with L-Carnitine in general, you can hit this timestamp here and kind of skip to that as well. But if you want to hear the science of each kind of those benefit claims, keep on listening. Starting with weight loss, does it actually help? Like I said, the main role that carnitine has in our bodies is assisting the transport of fat into our cell mitochondria to be kind of burned up and utilized as fuel. There are three major research studies that I found that actually tested this theory, and I have to say I'm slightly impressed with the results. In each of these studies, researchers found a significant increase in fatty oxidation, but they measured this by, measuring a chemical in the breath and not necessarily pounds on the scale, which is what most people care about. Also, these studies were kind of performed in a low number of participants, so it's kind of hard to take these scientific findings and then say they're going to work for every single person who supplements with L-Carnitine in the real world. But I mean, there is research backing this mechanism. We just need a larger, more practical study to determine that if these results are actually significant in the real world and not just in some simple research study. Next on the list is improving athletic performance, because who doesn't want to get gains faster? Carnitine has been said to kind of boost muscle endurance by sparing muscle glycogen and by improving the blood flow by increasing the nitric oxide production in our bodies. So this is actually very similar to how beetroot juice enhances athletic performance. If you want to check that video out, the video's in the description. I'll also link it at the end of this video. So the increase in blood flow increases delivery of nutrients and oxygen to the muscles so they can work harder and work longer. However, I will say the research done in L-Carnitine in this area is very conflicting. There's some studies that say it helps and there's some studies that say it doesn't help. And once again, these studies are done in such a small population, just a few number of individuals, and most of the time all of them are male subjects. So like I said, I think L-Carnitine can only help. Now how much it will help, that is something that I'm not really sure about. So what about aging? Is L-Carnitine the fountain fountain of youth. So the interesting thing about carnitine is the concentration of carnitine in our tissues decreases as we age. And this can kind of play a role in the decreasing function and the functionality of our mitochondria in our cells, which is basically the energy producer of our cells. While most of the research on this is done in animal studies, there was a meta-analysis of a double-blind, placebo-controlled study suggesting that supplementing with acetyl L-carnitine may improve mental function and reduce deterioration in older adults with mild cognitive impairment and Alzheimer's disease. So this is awesome. This is a great study. Meta-analysis are kind of the gold standard of research studies, so I really think it's super exciting. The final and probably most controversial benefit of L-carnitine is improving heart function. Several studies have examined the effectiveness of supplementing with carnitine in the management of cardiac ischemia. Cardiac ischemia is basically when your heart doesn't have enough oxygen to really do its job and then it gets damaged. In 2013, a meta-analysis found that the treatment with L-carnitine in patients experiencing a heart attack actually reduces the all-cause mortality or all-cause death by 27%. It reduces ventricular arrhythmias by 65% and chest pain by 40% over a medium follow-up of 2 months. So not a super long study, but still, those are pretty impressive numbers. However, it didn't end up reducing the risk of having heart failure or developing heart failure or the reoccurrence of a heart attack. So this is kind of where the conflicting evidence comes in. So also in 2013, a study that included both rodents and 2,600 humans undergoing kind of a heart evaluation found that L-carnitine was actually metabolized by the intestinal bacteria into TMAO. This substance is kind of associated with cardiovascular disease risk. So no for the heart. Researchers kind of suggested that this could partially explain the link between the levels of consumption of meat and an increased risk in cardiovascular disease. Whereas opposed to, those who are mainly plant-based like myself may not even make any TMAO at all, even if they do consume L-carnitine. Now I know, you just want to know, should we be supplementing with L-carnitine or not? So I know you're gonna hate me because of this, but it really depends. And what it depends on is your health and fitness level that you have already. If you are just starting out, like just starting your workout routine, just starting your health routine, you're lifting 5-pound dumbbells for most of your exercises, you're probably likely not ready for supplements. So much bigger benefit by focusing on building your strength, your healthy foundation while learning proper form and the best way to train. The same can be said about diet and nutrition. Like supplements are supplemental to your diet. Supplements are not your savior to a fit, healthy, awesome bod. Like you first have to really dedicate yourself to a nutrition and a lifestyle change, because this is not a quick fix. Health is not a quick fix. That's what supplements are for. They're not for your foundation. They're to take you to the next level. In summary, if you're still eating heavily processed foods all the time and you only train when you feel like it, the money you spend on all of these supplements, not just L-carnitine, like supplements in general, will basically be a waste of money, because any of the benefits that you might have gotten from the supplements will be leveled out by the negative lifestyle habits. However, if you have a great training regimen, you eat a well-balanced diet, based on the science currently out there as of September 2020, supplementing with L-carnitine can only help. And one of the best times to take L-carnitine is post-workout, or you can take it with any high-carb, high-protein meal throughout the day to kind of help that absorption. Plus, it's a supplement that you don't really have to worry about getting like a toxic buildup or, things like that, because excess carnitine is actually kind of like peed out through your urine, so you good, bro. There's a rare side effect of lowering the seizure threshold of those that have a seizure disorder. So if that's you, I would not be supplementing with L-Carnitine. So now I'm gonna go kind of into my review of Bricker Labs L-Carnitine supplement called Carni Blast. So I did another review of a Bricker Labs supplement. I did their B12 Blast, so if you want to check that out, I'll link that into the description below and at the end of this video. But basically what was really great and some of the amazing positives of Bricker Labs is I always ask companies about their safety, quality, purity lab tests that they do on their products. Because most of the time, a lot of supplements out there are complete crap. Supplement companies will say that they're testing for purity, efficacy, and potency, but they really ain't. Literally within a day of asking, I got the specific results of my bottle emailed to me, which is just fantastic. I also love the liquid form. It's a little bit like more fun to take than just a pill. I feel like it's easier to remind me, so it's kind of a liquid bottle. The serving size is 1 tablespoon, and in one container there's roughly around 31 serving sizes in here. I love that it's once daily dosing. On a personal level, I think it's best to be taken with breakfast or lunch, because when I took it at dinner, I was like up all night. Another awesome thing is that the formula is totally vegan, it's free of gluten and soy. Overall, my opinion on it is that I felt like I just had more energy when I was on it and when I took it in the morning with breakfast. Another great thing is that it's an American-made company. They're located in Arizona. They have super friendly and helpful staff. So if you have any questions, they'll get back to you right away. So I think that's a real positive for supplement companies. Now, obviously, I'm gonna talk about some of the negatives too, because no product is perfect. Now, the one thing that I don't really love about it is that it uses fructose syrup for the flavoring, which isn't my favorite, but you know, that's why it tastes so sweet. It also does have just a little bit of kind of like a cough syrup aftertaste, but it isn't really that bad. So the Carni Blast has 3.75 grams of glycerin, which is a sugar alcohol per serving. So that's almost like having a sugar cube per serving. Anyone with insulin resistance or diabetes, this probably isn't the best supplement for you just because of the added sugar that's in it. And once again, it can only help, but the science that we have out there as of now, it's not really a science-heavy supplement. So like I said, we just need a little bit more scientific evidence before I can say fully, this is the best supplement you've ever seen. So once again, you really have to just take into account your personal goals, what your health and fitness level is currently, and then make that decision for yourself. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this video was helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Once again, I have daily tips, tricks, vibes, and you know, affirmations on my social media at the Superfood Pharmacist. I really want to be a resource to you guys to kind of cut through the BS of the health and fitness industry and really focus on preventing those chronic diseases. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram. I am here as a resource for you guys. All right, guys, thank you again so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.